The Detroit Jewish Book Fair is celebrating 74 seasons of showcasing various authors and promoting Jewish storytelling. The programs began last month and run through November 16th at the Jewish Center in West Bloomfield. Today, Pulitzer Prize winner Geraldine Brooks will be discussing the art of the historical novel. You can find out much more online at jdetroit.org/bookfair. There is a lot happening at this book fair, and Keenan Smith sat down with one local author to hear what he's planning.
There will also be authors speaking about music, and one of those authors, well, Gary Graff. He joins us now with some of his work that's going to be featured at the event, 501 Essential Albums of the 80s. Gary is the editor of that book. Gary, thank you so much for joining us.
Always a pleasure.
Today. So tell us a little bit about the event and your participation in the event.
On the 15th, we're going to be celebrating the 501 Essential Albums of the 80s, as well as the 501 Essential Albums of the 90s book. We're going to lean into the 80s because it's the newer book, and hey, it's the 80s. So we're going to do a combination of talk and live music. We have the Steve Taylor 3, Carolyn Strio and Scott Daly, Cantor Daniel Gross from Adat Shalom Synagogue, and Marty Liebman, who is a local musician and worship leader. They're all going to be doing 80s songs. It's very interactive with the audience. So we're going to have a really good time just talking about two very crucial and essential decades in music.
Well, let's jump into the 80s. 501 albums. That covers a lot. Give us a little bit about the breadth of the types of music and the artists covered in the book.
Well, the important thing about the 80s was that explosion that happened that brought music deeper into the culture. You had a music TV station, MTV, all sorts of technology, Walkman, CDs, and it just became an intertwined part of the culture. Soundtrack, you didn't have a movie without a soundtrack that had a hit single or two on it. Yeah. Advertising and commercials, music, integrated into everything. So that was really what happened during the 80s. And it ran so deep, and we had so much music. You had entire new genres.
Yes.
You had rap, you had electronic, you had fusions of different genres, as well as those big phenomenons like Michael Jackson and Bruce Springsteen, Madonna,
Prince, who we're showing on the screen there, and now Michael Jackson.
Right. So, it really elevated the stature of music in our society and in our culture. So, 501 albums, sure, that covers a lot, but we had a spreadsheet of more than 2,500 that we included, so the whittling down was quite a process.
And so when people come out to the J on November 15th, they'll be able to listen to you and to hear some folks actually play some of the music that you discussed.
Yeah, better to hear the songs than hear me prattle on. But we will have a number of contributors who were part of the book, and they'll be talking about their entries and the albums they wrote about. And like I say, the music. There may be some of the attire of the decade.
Oh, okay.
Just throwing it out there.
So if you got a Beat It jacket at home, this might be the time to
wear
break
it
it
or
out.
A flock of seagulls hairdo.
There you go. So where can people find your book?
You can get it anywhere it's sold, up to and including the trunk of my car.
All right. Well, the car you'll be looking for belongs to Gary Graff. He is the editor of 501 Essential Albums of the 1980s. You can meet Gary and others November 15th at the Jewish Book Fair, taking place 7 p.m. that day at the Berman. That is on Maple Road in West Bloomfield.
All right. Thank you, Keenan. We are going to turn